Hi, I'm Mike Marino, and this is a brand new episode of Live from My Mother's Basement. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another episode of Live from My Mother's Basement. I'm so happy you did that. That was really, really great. Obviously, we're not in the real basement. We're not down in my mother's basement. We're in my studio here in Los Angeles, California. So I decided this week I'm going to grab some of my Hollywood friends and we're going to get them on my podcast and we're going to talk and we're going to get real. We're going to get deep. We're going to have all kinds of great questions. So stick around. Here we go. Tonight's guest comes all the way from the Ukraine. And I think I already said that wrong. You reprimanded me at one time. It's not the Ukraine, it's Ukraine, right?
That's how we roll now. Yeah, apparently there's only one Ukraine, and that's why they took away the.
The word the.
The.
This is Janet Roth.
And the funny thing is that my account is the Janet Roth, and no one ever gets it because they don't understand what I'm saying. So thank you for running through these with me.
You taught me that because I always was saying the Ukraine, and you're like, this is not the Ukraine.
Just one and only, and unfortunately, yes. Fortunately,
She
we're
comes
here.
all the way from Ukraine. She lives here in Los Angeles, California, in pursuit of showbiz and
all
life.
the glamour.
The glitz and the glamour. She's got it. Boom.
Yes.
She's hot. She's gorgeous. Watch out. She did that. I didn't do anything. I'm over here. I'm over here.
Oh my God.
I'm a shy guy. Holy smokes.
I'm gonna get me too'd by the end of this podcast. By you.
Yes. How long ago did you come to the United States?
As soon as the repeat of Beverly Hills 90210 was out, that was when I made it to the United States.
She made a reference to a TV show. I came when 90210 was over.
Well, it was on repeat, so I decided let's do it. We already seen the first.
Why? Because you wanted to be on that show?
I wanted to be in the Beverly Hills situation.
Oh, okay. So you were watching 90210 on television in Ukraine and thought, okay, let me go there.
Well, I don't know if that was like that, but I thought at the end of my life, I will definitely make it there. Because for some reason, I thought it would take so much time, and it was so unattainable.
Really?
Yeah.
Something that we don't really think about. I mean, I'm from New Jersey. I look at Los Angeles. I says, all right, let me just go there for a little while. I ended up staying. You never really think about someone coming in from a foreign country goes, this could be impossible. But you did it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a little leapfrog, or at least I was that in my early 20s.
So what was the first destination for you to come to the United States?
My first destination in the United States was the cheese land, the dairy farm land.
I don't even know what that is, and I'm from the United States.
Oh my God.
You mean
Cheeseheads?
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yes. Okay,
Wisconsin?
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Why would you go to Wisconsin?
I don't know. God thought I should learn how to milk cows.
We'll be right back after this sponsor break of cheese. Really? Why? What made I didn't think anybody went to Wisconsin from Europe or a foreign country. Why Wisconsin? It's cold. You know it's cold, right?
Well, kind of. Yes, it's way colder than Chicago. And Chicago felt like summer compared to worse days in Wisconsin.
Why? Chicago was a destination?
Chicago was the warm place that I ran to because Wisconsin was too cold.
Chicago's the warm place.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Again,
It's like a person in Florida going, yeah, Texas is a hot place. No, you're actually in it. So you did Chicago and Wisconsin?
I did Wisconsin. I squeezed all the milk out of it until I moved to Chicago, and then I ate at all the restaurants. And when I ran out of restaurants, I moved to LA.
Is that right? Those two states, then Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Was it like a goal? I mean, did you come with friends? You come with family, or you said you're setting out on your own? I want to conquer the Hollywood scene. I'll stop off in Wisconsin.
I mean, no friend in their normal mind would want to come to LA. And if they did, I wouldn't want to go with them. Why the fuck I need another crazy person with me? Okay? But
Stick around. This is going to be fun. Let me adjust the lens.
okay.
You know, she came over with some beers, and I thought that was really, really nice.
Oh.
All my life, our family always said, don't go over anybody's house empty-handed. And she comes over, she brought some beer, and we're sitting here, we're having some cocktails. I had no idea somebody from the Ukraine would think, Wisconsin, that's an idea.
You know, there's a saying in Ukraine, you don't look a gifted horse in the teeth. So that's the story about me moving
You don't look
to
a gifted
Wisconsin.
horse in the teeth. What
That's,
the hell does that mean?
that means when somebody pays for you in Wisconsin, you just shut the fuck up and do
Oh,
it.
okay. Now we know what's going on. Somebody said, listen, I got a house. Why don't you come over?
Well, actually, yeah, except the bride was my mom, not me. And
The
I was
bride?
well, yeah, the bride.
Bride.
She was the mail order bride, and I was the underage little helper.
Oh, okay. So you came over with family.
I got really lucky. I had like a window of few more months to be able to come here legally.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, we don't even know these things. I know. We're going to learn it now. So you come over because your mom met somebody she fell madly in love and said, you know what, let's go where they make the cheese. And
She loves cheese. She puts it all over in her face. That's how she stays young.
oh, a cheese wrap.
She puts it everywhere, under her eyes. It's the Ukrainian beauty, you know?
Oh, is that right?
You put the cheese everywhere.
Imagine that, waking up next to your wife. Honey, I think I smell cheese.
She'd be like, yeah, that's your cheese, honey.
My cheese has a hole in it.
Uh,
It's called Swiss cheese. All right, the joke didn't work.
I didn't know which direction you were headed.
No, it was supposed to be a joke. You know, there's holes in Swiss cheese.
Yeah,
There's plenty of them.
black holes.
Ugh.
Do you know anything about black holes?
No, I don't even know what that is. Let's skip that subject matter.
I'm very knowledgeable on this particular matter.
Well, once we're done, we'll talk about the black cheese. It
Black
sounds
cheese.
like the green cheese. Cut the cheese. Whose cheese is it? I'm already one beer in.
Nice.
So you come over and you go to Wisconsin, and then after your mother was there for a while, she left for Chicago too, or you went to Chicago by yourself?
Well, I hung out with Saudi Arabians while I was there for a year. Learned all my English from them.
Oh, because when you're going to learn English, the Saudis are the best teachers. They are, because their diction is unbelievable.
That's exactly what happened. So by the time I was in Chicago, people listened to my accent and they thought I was Latina because it was no longer Ukrainian, not yet American, and they couldn't understand what the hell was going on.
But I can see that. When I listen to you, I think definitely Latino. Latina.
Yeah, if it's like this.
That was a joke. I don't get any of that.
No,
You don't sound like a Latina to me, no.
not anymore. I really invested a lot of hard-earned dollars.
In losing your accent?
Yeah.
No, you should keep the accent.
Actually,
Accents
I tried
are great.
to.
They're fun.
I really tried to, but then it like one part of it just gets erased forever.
Why lose it? It's you.
I was trying to get more jobs, and now without the accent, I'm just another white person.
Bingo. That's
Bingo.
why I used to have an accent from New Jersey, and I spent a lot of time getting rid of it.
No.
I don't want to be just another white actor.
Oh my God.
So,
You're very whoa, I forgot the word break.
I'm very Jersey-esque,
Versatile.
blue collar. I'd like to think I'm versatile.
Versatile.
Yes, versatility.
Because you could totally go Jersey. You could totally be like your cousin Mark. When he came in, he said, "Hi, my name is Mark." And the lady goes, "Your name is Mark?"
Yeah. He's actually a New Yorker.
Oh
And we're
gosh.
talking about my cousin Mark Marino, and he's a New Yorker. And when you talk to him, you're thinking you're talking to Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this. Yeah, Mark, get out of the way. We eating? What are we doing?
Yeah. I was actually speaking of Joe Pesci. I was watching the documentary on John Gotti,
Oh yeah.
and Mark is like, he looks like those
They all
people.
sound the same.
Yeah, I look the same too.
So, Wisconsin, you go to Chicago. Why were you actually in Chicago?
Yeah, that's another crazy story. So, as my English was swiftly improving, right, I thought to take it to the next level. And the way I wanted to do that was by earning a degree. So I like sadomasochised myself. You know what I mean? Like I always take it very hard on myself because I really enjoy the challenge. So I put myself through this challenge and I earned a lot of PTSD instead of a diploma. No, I got a diploma too. And that was the highlight of the thing.
I don't know if that went over a lot of people's heads. That was hilarious. I got a lot of PTSD. She
I earned
graduated
it,
with a
yeah.
PTSD.
Yeah.
Is that what you majored in?
That's
I majored
exactly
in PSTD, STD,
STD.
somebody's D, SBV loan.
And loans too. Yeah, I learned all about loans and how to get them, and then I cleaned up and just moved to LA.
In the pursuit of showbiz?
Yeah, in the pursuit of showbiz. I thought so at that time.
To be an actress.
Yeah, that was the original pursuit, yet I knew nothing about the actual journey and what it entails.
Oh, so we're going to hear it now because no matter where you come from, we experience the same shit. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe on a different level. Maybe. I don't know what it's like to be in this business as a female. Well, not a real female.
Oh, wait.
I do a character.
Oh, you. I thought you were talking about my surgery.
Surgery looks great. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, people say, like, were you born a female? That's how I know they're trying to say you're really pretty. Yeah, that's LA.
Good for you, man. That is a great joke. That's a great
LA.
joke.
This is how people are here.
How long you in Los Angeles now?
I mean, it's been a decade.
Okay.
And now I'm meeting people who are new, who are actually very inspired. They come here and they're experiencing the same things that I've gone through, and they have the same description and the same kind of like feel of what's happening. And I'm thinking, wow, LA really must be that kind of place.
It is. Unfortunately, it is. We experience a lot of the same bullshit. No matter who you are, you're going to go through it. You can be promised a boatload of great things, and maybe one of them happens. I'm sure in your life certain things happen differently, but you come to Los Angeles in pursuit of a dream that pretty much everybody around you is pursuing identically.
Yeah, and unless you are like Chicago 12, don't even come to LA thinking you are a 10.
All right, I get that.
That's
Chicago
another-
12. Does anybody even do the 1 through 10 thing anymore? There was a movie called 10 with Bo Derek, which really set that pace. I remember we were younger. We used to sit on the beach. It'd be like 10 guys, and we'd hold up signs when a girl walked by. It'd be like 4, 7,
Oh my God.
10, you know.
Oh my God.
At that time, you could do it. If you did it now, you'd probably get beat up.
Or Me Too. Yeah. Everyone's getting Me Too. Good for you. You're
So
still
you
around.
a 2? Who gives you a 2?
No, I said everyone's getting Me Too. Good for you. You're still around. I'm just congratulating.
Oh. I'm still alive. I was never a 10. I'm the guy who held the cards. I get away with it. I don't even, I wonder if they even have that. A Jersey 10, California is a 2.
Yeah.
I'm
something
so
like
hot
that.
in Jersey. Not here, you're not. Not here, you're a waiter.
Exactly. And all of them are super cute. And there's constantly new people coming in, new crop, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, wow.
I mean, we didn't even say it yet, but she comes to Los Angeles to pursue a career as not only a model slash actress, but a stand up comic. That's the rarity because a lot of people just want one or the other. And then there's the people like myself would like to do it all. I want to produce, I want to direct, I want to write, I want to create. My affection for stand up comedy is unbelievable and I will never stop. And then I would like to be an actor. But live performing is the best. Because if you can get the work and not get beat up by all the people that get in your way and knock you down, when you get on stage and you do a great show, the endorphins take you so high, it's better than any drug you'll ever put in your arm.
Yeah,
Right?
I saw you being that high.
Hmm?
You get real high.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Yes, you're high as a kite. It's the best food. It's the best drug. It's the best. I was going to say sex, but I'm going to leave that out.
Yeah, it's the same kind of energy. These hormones are being produced in these situations. I totally agree. I'm still getting to that place, but it's really cool to see you doing that, and then people automatically feed off that, and they experience that. So it's kind of like a whirlpool that you're sharing with people, like an energy whirlpool.
Yes. So you pursue all of it, and you came into Los Angeles a decade ago. So tell us about what you're doing. What made you want to be a comedian?
You know, it wasn't a choice. I was forced.
Come on.
No,
Nobody gets forced to be a comedian.
I was.
Huh? Well, you're silly. And you got a great smile, you're funny. You say silly things, you know. That it's like we don't expect it to come from you. I did, that joke you did before. I went to school to get a PSED or whatever. That was hilarious.
Yes,
that's great. That's a great. You got a great laugh.
It's all just a result of a lot of trauma. This wasn't a joke, I swear. Yeah.
Why'd you become a comedian? The trauma.
It made me.
It's who I am.
I really fell into the line of work because of trauma.
Yeah? What's the trauma? But that's what really made you want to do stand-up. So you do pursue stand-up, right?
Yeah, I love stand-up because it's my own liberation. Not only through the material, through what I'm talking about, but through that exchange. It's very liberating to be connected people on that kind of like level where no words are used, at least on their end.
Yeah.
It's cool. You talk, they love it. How often does that happen in real life?
Not that
always
often.
Somebody
Yes.
fucking talking back.
Yes. And when you're performing as a comic, they have to shut up most of the time.
I love hecklers.
Yeah.
I fucking love hecklers. Heckle me up and down. Come on in.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, I love it. It's just like they give me so much.
Yeah.
I love hecklers.
Well, you can assault them. You can say something
Aw.
brash to them. Most hecklers are females who've been
Really?
drinking a little too much. Well, in my world,
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
they want to get in the game and talk. Oh my God, I want to say something. I'm like, I'm gonna beat you up, baby doll.
That's why
Don't talk to me.
they want that reaction. That's why they do that.
Hmm. So how long have you been actually doing stand-up comedy?
I started doing it half a year before everything closed up.
Oh, the pandemic.
Mhm.
Did you do stand-up in Ukraine?
No.
Do they have
but
comedy in Ukraine?
They have comedy. Our
Really?
president right now is a former stand-up. I know, don't. No
That's right. I
comment.
forgot about that. But wasn't he in the United States when he did it?
No, but he did Voice of Bear on Paddington.
He did?
Yeah.
Really?
When my special came out, somebody said that's the reason why Russia attacked Ukraine. But it was a joke. But the voice of a bear in Paddington, that's another one.
That is hilarious. Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Russia attacked Ukraine. They hated the guy's comedy.
Dude, he's great. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how anybody would act in his shoes the way he's pulling off. But yeah, he was a stand up comedian, very successful one. He would rip on politicians. So he is very educated and, you know, savvy about things.
I know somebody who does that. Me.
Oh, okay.
Because I could be the first comedian who becomes president of the United States, and I'd straighten out the country.
I fucking vote. I'll vote for you.
Oh man, I need to do it. I would change. People would pursue careers outside of Hollywood. Trust me, would clean up this state. Out, get out,
Oh my god.
and take your tent.
Shit, take your tent.
Get out.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that too, a lot of Ukrainians are coming in America now, to America, and I'm actually hosting Ukrainian dinners twice a week in Beverly Hills at my boutique. You should come by.
I will definitely come by, and we're going to get to the boutique and why you took that road, and where it is, and how you people could go visit and maybe go on one of these parties that she has with some people from Ukraine who could probably use a
drink.
A drink. I was going to say a beer. She said a drink.
I'm just being inclusive, you know.
Yes, so I know you pursue your career here in Hollywood. I've seen you do stand-up. We've performed together at this place here in North Hollywood. It's called the Comedy Chateau. It happens to be a North Hollywood comedy club. There's many comedy clubs throughout the state of California. Some of the oldest comedy clubs on the planet are actually in California. We all know the Comedy Store. We all know the Laugh Factory. But the Ice House is one of the oldest comedy institutions, and the very oldest is actually Laughs Unlimited in Sacramento, California, which is right outside San Francisco. And in San Francisco, there is an unbelievable amount of stand-up comedy clubs because the stand-ups that come out of San Francisco, like New York, are hilarious. It's true.
Yeah.
Some of them. She got some comedian friends that she don't like. That's all right. So where are you performing? How can we see you? And what is your actual act about?
Act. Well, I have more than just an act.
Mm-hmm.
I'm co-hosting Monday night show at the Comedy Store with Don Barris at 10 o'clock every Monday. So yeah, it's now Ding Dong 2.0. Like, we totally revamped the show. It's super hysterical. Yesterday was full. People were doing shots like left and right. People don't want to leave anymore. Like, seriously, it's crazy. Anyway, this is what I love, that I can be creative on many levels, you know, because I'm a greedy person, talent-wise, and like, I need to have a lot in my life. I need to have comedy, and then I need to have this, and then I need to feed people, and then I need to do this, and blah, 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 and I need to create chains like that, you know what I mean? Like, it's all me.
She was showing you her chains.
Chains.
It's these little chains.
I thought that was appropriate for the basement, right?
Yes.
Chains in the basement,
Yes.
Halloween.
Here's my chain. It's a crest that says Mike Marino. Buy one at MikeMarino.net. But you can actually buy these chains, right?
At resinkitty.com. Yes.
You want to do that commercial again? Go ahead.
Oh, you can repeat it. You can just
Raz and Katie?
Resin Kitty.
Resin Kitty.
Resin is plastic, and kitty as
Is it resin or resin?
resin.
Resin.
Resin. See, I didn't pay enough for my accent. Resin Kitty.
Resin Kitty.
Yes.
.com?
.com.
ResinKitty.com. Go on the internet, check out the materials, and what can you get there?
You can get all kinds of cute stuff, and right around the holidays, we're gonna have sales, and all the cute stuff is gonna be distributed to cute people at an extremely affordable price.
I love this commercial. She says cute. She's really saying sexy.
I don't know, cute.
Go to Resin Kitty, you're going to get chains. Chains.
I'm
It's
going to
Resin
get
Kitty.
chins.
I don't even know what that is. I think
Resin?
I'm more Russian. Resin Kitty.
Resin.
You buy, I kill you.
You buy kitty, you get a bear. In Russia, Kitty buys you.
We have to go back a little bit and explain to you all what exactly the Ding Dong Show is.
Oh, wow.
Because you might not know how much I know about the actual Ding Dong Show.
Oh, my God.
Now, I started at the Comedy Store many, many years ago when the Ding Dong Show was even maybe in its first year, couple years. And there's this guy, his name is Don Barris, who's the warm-up host, maybe still, for the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
Probably, yeah, he was talking about him.
He worked on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, and Don Barris was a funny, silly, pot-smoking wackadoo, and he created a show in what they call the belly room called the Ding Dong Show, which meant most of the people who performed in that show were ding-dongs.
Yep.
Little nutty, out there, and hot, sexy foreigners. A lot of people didn't even speak English. You didn't even know what the hell they were talking about. There was a guy who dressed up like a doctor. What?
Oh my God, I never knew that.
What, did I know about everything?
Well, the shit like that would go on.
What, at the show?
Like people wouldn't speak English. That's
Oh, he had
hysterical.
some people came out didn't speak English.
Oh my God.
There was a legendary comedian who came out of the Ding Dong Show, but he also played in the OR, the original room, on a Sunday night. Now, Don Barris would run the Monday night show. I was running the Sunday night show. This is how long ago this was. And there was this guy, they called him Robert William Apravaya.
Oh, wow.
And he always said that he lived on the moon, or that the space invaders were coming to kill him, and he would wrap himself up in garbage bags and he would hide in the and he wanted to go on last. It was petrifying. And all the comedians would gather in the back of the room and just watch this guy make a nut of himself. But Don Barris knew how to hone that thing, and he made it a show. And here it is 30 years later. It's got to be 30 years.
Right.
He's still doing that show.
Yeah.
And it became famous. It's infamous. Look at me. I haven't been there in years. I haven't talked to Don Barris in years. I bet you any money I call him up, he's going to go, Marino, you got to come by.
Yes. Yes.
You have got to tell him you were on my podcast. In fact, he would be a great guest on this podcast.
Totally.
And he would come.
Yes. Yes. Do you know Mary Jane as well?
I don't. Who is that?
Mary Jane is basically the right hand of the show. Not.
Is that right?
Yeah, she does this, and she's a comedian as well, but they're doing it together, so it's kind of like a lot of people are regulars, they're doing music with not mostly regular cast members, but there's always some kind of new ding-donger trying to.
Ding-dong. What a polite way to say knucklehead.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't think you would be part of the Ding Dong Show. I guess you're silly, and you do the gorgeous thing from Ukraine, and that made you part of that show, which actually is fantastic because this trains you to be really, really good at everything, because anything goes at this show. You never know what's going to happen. Somebody could be whacked out in the audience. I remember they would carry people away in stretchers. It's a melee.
There's always a guy that gets kicked out.
See?
Nothing's changed.
No.
30 years.
Get out! Get out! I'll put you in a headlock. There'd be a fight. You're out. You're out of here.
Yeah, Don constantly throws people out.
Yeah.
My friend got thrown out. Seriously. And it wasn't his fault. The waitress just came in 3 times. And he was like, how many times can I order? And he's like, he doesn't want to order. And I was like, get out.
Yeah. I have to go there. I so miss it. It's so long ago. We used to just sit there all the time to watch and watch and watch. And then you would kind of maybe graduate from the from the Ding Dong Show, go into the OR, then into the main room, which is what everybody wants to do. Do you play the main room? Do you go into the OR?
Honestly, in the last 6 months, where I was supposed to spend the most time for my comedy, I devoted so much time to Ukrainian refugees that I work with to like make this idea happen. Now that we made it happen, somebody has to pay the bills. So there's always something weird going on. But yeah, comedy is ultimately the goal, because everything I do, creatively, It's either fun or funny. So even if it's a TV job or whatnot, I prefer it to be funny and very outside of comfort zone. So like weird,
Outside of your comfort zone.
outside of anyone's comfort zone. I mean, I don't.
I feel like I'm out of my comfort zone. How did you do that to me? I wasn't even paying attention. So you got a great flair for comedy. You have great timing, and you're so lovable on stage, and you make everybody laugh and joke, and you bring humor from an area where things aren't all that joyful, especially these days with the war and now the new war and all of this nonsense. So, what made you get into now the jewelry and the store that you have?
You know, it's a really good question because a year ago I did a show, a comedy show at the Bourbon Room, and it was a fundraiser, and we raised money for new families that come from Ukraine to get like groceries for holidays. And through that, I met two families who were amazing, like super positive people, young artists, and they inspired me to create a platform for them to practice what they do because they don't speak English yet. Yet I found their skill to be very valuable because I see the trend with resin because everything is now being done with resin and glowy and glows at night, whatnot. So we started small, and then a few months ago we moved in into this Beverly Hills location, and I've been working with them less than a year. So that's how amazing it is, because it's being all built on the energy that they present. I couldn't even do it myself, and that is what ultimately took my dream because I've always been into like styling and charms and chains, and every time I go to a red carpet, I have to put my own 5 cents. You know, I love the idea that now we could have like a hub where we could have Ukrainian dinners and have people come hang out, and then they could enjoy these girls. You know, who wouldn't enjoy these girls? They're beautiful.
Well, then I guess I'll have to be going there. So, where is this place of business now, and what kind of things do you sell?
We are located on Charleville and Beverly.
What is it?
Charleville and Beverly.
All right, so that's Beverly Hills, because I don't know.
Beverly Hills and 191 South Beverly Drive.
You could say it. Why did you go to Beverly Hills, though? Isn't it very pricey?
Believe it or not, things on Melrose were pricier.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I actually got super lucky with the situation. Again, luck was involved majorly, and we were given this pretty place with a giant show window to show the, you know, the mannequins, because now we have these metal skirts and
A metal skirt? Made of metal? Very comfortable.
yeah, I
You
tried
can sit
wearing
down
it.
there stretchy. How do you wear a metal skirt? I guess it's for the women, right? Oh, we can't say. Can we say that? It's for anybody.
It's really for
They
anybody.
got trans metal now.
Yeah, you could do any kind of metal on anyone in terms of.
A metal skirt?
Yeah, it's made out of like a very thin chain that creates like a material,
Okay.
and it goes very well with chains and stuff. You know, it's unique and it's super creative, and this is what these girls were doing. So I united with them, and now we're at Resin Kitty.
Resin Kitty. Is that the name of the store?
Yeah.
Resin Kitty in Beverly Hills. And what was the address?
191 South Beverly Drive.
191 South Beverly Drive. And you can get a metal skirt. Metal skirts. There's mannequins in the window. And it's in a great neighborhood. However, you said today, before we started, you got robbed.
Yeah, we got robbed last week.
That is so ridiculous. And what did they take? Metal skirts?
They didn't take the metal skirt.
Could
It
you
was
imagine
too
being the guy
heavy.
who ride them, who stole it? Honey, boy, did we score today. What'd you get? Metal skirts. Well, what are we going to do with them? I don't know.
Put some chastity locks
A
on
chastity belt?
them. Belt.
A chastity belt.
You know.
Oh, so this Resin Kitty, is it a store that sells, sex clothes?
I love it. So this this is a very wonderful thing you just said. And I'll tell you why. We actually sell a lot of stuff that involves kids things, but our neighbors and people who are in the neighborhood, they gave us this kind of feedback. This one grandma stopped by one day and she says, I came by with my girlfriend and she says, "Well, is that a sex store?" So I was like, wow, that was one. Second one, here's the third one. We are not a sex store yet, but I feel like we should take that direction.
Just wanted to have a long pause for a minute. If you're going to sell metal underwear, you're in that direction.
Oh, God.
Hey, you could sell other things. But if I was to see that in the window, I might think, oh, not a sex shop, but there's places that sell lingerie.
Yeah.
Like a Victoria's Secret. So you're not Victoria's Secret, you're not a secret at all.
Not a secret at all.
There's no secrets here. It's metal.
Yeah, no, chastity locks.
Yeah. I can't look at what you're wearing because it'll look like I'm looking. But you could show everybody that you have this metal chain thing.
Yeah, and we have actually metal tops.
See?
And it all is customizable. And if you had black light, it would all light up right now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What's lighting up?
Well, the charms. The
charms.
They glow up at night.
See, I can't look at the charms because it looks like I'm looking.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to look while we're on camera.
I don't want to get me too.
It'll be... If you could just take it off and hand it to me, then I could look.
All right.
Where's the metal underwear? Anyhow.
Yeah. And bras, metal bras. We have metal bras.
Okay, so you have metal bras
Yeah.
that match the metal underwear?
No underwear, just bras and skirts.
Skirt. That's what I meant,
You
skirt.
typically don't wear underwear under a metal skirt.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I wear jeans, so I keep myself from getting chapped. I don't want to get cut by the metal underwear. What happened to your balls? I got chapped. Oh, did you have a rash? No, metal underwear.
Oh, God. Did you get...
You got caught in the zipper. What zipper? What is a zipper? It's a secret panel in case you got to go to the bathroom. How are you going to get through the metal?
It's so short.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, it's short. Sounds medieval.
Yeah, so is my cough.
Are you all right?
It's all green and organic.
Oh, that's disgusting. So it's great that you took on this thing. Now, what's this got to do with the people from Ukraine and having the parties and the dinners and the mingling?
Well, eventually we had an opening and it was very Ukrainian. There was so many people and food. We loved it. And we said, why not do it every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Great food. The food is what I really love because we get a lot of it. And then next week I have so many leftovers. I don't have to cook for like a week. So that's why I do it.
So where do you get the food? It's Ukrainian food?
We have, so the girls who work for Resin Kitty, their mothers cook. Beautiful. These ladies are so sweet.
You say that ladies who work for Resin Kitty, don't you work there?
Yeah, I work there too. I'm more of like the creative force behind the kitty.
Mm-hmm. There always has to be a force behind the kitty.
Yeah, no.
Without the force,
imagine.
it's just a kitty.
Forceless kitty.
But I hate a forceless kitty.
What the hell?
Let me tell you something. With a forceless kitty, you never get those metal underwear off. Oh, you still got the metal underwear on. There's no force behind this kitty.
My underwear is definitely not metal, but...
But you know what I meant. The skirt. Metal,
but
metal skirt.
But the tampons I use are from iron and aluminium. I'm just kidding.
That's all right. We're sponsored by Maxi Pads.
You can cut this part out.
All right. I don't cut anything out. This is going on.
Oh my God.
You're done. You're playing the Ding Dong Show the rest of your life.
God. I knew it.
Hey, Don, how you doing?
Yeah, I really would love that. I wish I could just dial him.
How long is the store open now?
I think until 1.
No. I meant how many months have you been open?
Oh, my store. I thought you said comedy store. My store's been open for 2 months now.
All
We're a
right.
baby. It's a very tiny kitten.
Small
Small,
kitty.
small little pooper.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's we're constantly changing and finding things that are cool. So there's really no one like us.
You said that Melrose Avenue was more expensive than Beverly Hills. So
Hmm.
that everybody knows, Melrose Avenue, I don't know what it's like anymore, but when I first moved to California, that was the street to be on. Not only were there great shops for different types of clothes, from, let's say, sex clothes to just modern everyday clothes to hipster, cool ass clothes, 60s clothes, antique shops, but great restaurants, great nightclubs. The Improv was right there on Melrose
Mm.
and Laurel Canyon Boulevard. I don't even know what it's like now. And then when you came down to the end of that street, you were on La Cienega, and then you went up and you're in Beverly Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Beverly Hills, to shop in that area, of course, you had to have a lot of money. I don't even know what that's like anymore, but how scary it is that she's only open less than 2 months and there was a break in.
Yeah.
How is that even possible? And it was in the afternoon.
Yeah, a person walked in with a hammer and started acting out, and the girl was just like, she comes from Ukraine to be safe
Yeah.
to Beverly Hills.
I would think somebody from the Ukraine would have been like, "You came with a hammer. Let me show you what war's like," and then beat the shit out of the
That
guy.
would be me.
That would be you?
That would be me. But
Oh,
she's
fuck
like
you
this.
up. I've been to Wisconsin.
I've been raised on cheese.
I'm gonna choke you with a cheese, black cheese.
I'll stuff you with cheese sticks.
Yeah.
Until
That's
you
so sad. So you had to call the police and everything.
Well, yeah, they did. They did. For them, it's like, well, police there's every day. Beverly Hills constantly has police showing up at any fart, and what doesn't matter. They're always there.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like their thing.
Oh. Well, I hope you get insurance money, and I hope they didn't take too many of your gorgeous pairs of metal skirts.
No, the person couldn't carry them because they're so heavy. I'm
Oh,
just
they're-
kidding. No, they're not.
Honey, I'm home. How was your day? I robbed the store, honey. What'd you get? Metal skirts.
Could barely get home.
Yeah.
Had to drag them behind me.
The one girl won't let one go. She's right here. She's from Ukraine.
Yeah, it's truly like if you saw it, you would say, okay, this looks just like fabric. But at the end of the day, I believe that in medieval ages they must have done something like that.
Medieval?
Yeah, medieval.
Medieval times.
Medieval ages.
Medieval
times.
ages. I love the way she calls it. Medieval ages. Medieval times. This is wonderful. And you graciously have twice a month little mingle parties. I would say they're mingle. People come over to enjoy people from Ukraine and mix and mingle with people from the United States.
True.
I have to come.
You definitely have to.
I would like to be there. I will come in there. You could have a show, a modeling show. I'll host it. I'll come walking out. I'll be, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, excuse me. Let me adjust my metal skirt. Ow!
My metal
chapping
thong.
my ass.
Metal
Could somebody give me some oil?
Oh my god. What do you call those things that rip the hair out automatically? Depilator or what?
A razor?
No, that's a razor. But there's like device that you could apply to a hairy surface and it would rip the hair out. So
Wax?
skirt and device, 2 in 1.
Oh, man. No, I can't do none of that. I don't like pain. But I do like food, and I like meeting people from different parts of the world. It must be really, really nice, and I'm sure they're happy that they can mingle with people from the United States. I don't
Yeah.
even like to say United States. California? It's different.
Well, everyone's from a different place in California.
I'm so happy you came over here. This has been a lot of fun. We've been talking for almost 50 minutes. See how fast it goes?
Yeah.
We could talk for another 2 hours. I would be
Easy.
cracking up laughing. Just name one other garment that's in that store that make me laugh, other than the metal skirt.
Baby costume.
Costumes for kids for Halloween.
No, just baby costumes because a lot of times when a mom wears a metal skirt, She is so occupied that she forgets to get things for the baby.
Yeah, well, I'd hate to leave the kids out. Maybe get a metal rattle. Hey, Ma, look what I got. Hey, put that away. Put that away. Don't let anybody see that. This ain't a sex shop. Where'd you get that? Put that back. Put that back. Give it to your mother. Give it to mommy. What kind of batteries does this rattle use?
Yeah, you know what? I'm sure when you come to the store, you will be able to pinpoint a lot of things, even like squishies, like some stuff comes out.
I love playing with a good squishy. You never know what's going to come out.
Yeah, it's true. Some of them are red, some of them are yellow. You know, and we just cover everyone. Basically, when a woman gets in, we have like champagne and she could relax and shop. And her baby, if she has one, or a pet, because we also have some pet stuff, her pet could be busy too while she's taking care of herself. That's the dream.
Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you became so successful here in Los Angeles, California, coming from Ukraine, not the Ukraine, but she's here. Tell everybody once again where they can follow you on all your social media, but not follow you home. But and also this great new store where we have got to go now, because there's one thing we've done here on this podcast. We piqued your interest. And if you're here in Los Angeles, you have got to go to Beverly Hills and look up this store with the most unique products.
And yeah, everything at the store is unique, including me. I'm not for sale though, but you can follow me on the Janet Roth, and basically from there you will see the rest.
Follow her on the Janet Roth. Why are you laughing?
I always say it wrong. It's been so many years.
What did I
Fucking
say?
handle. I have to change my handle.
What is the handle?
I never say that right. The Janet Roth.
Isn't that it?
Yeah, and I always say the Janet Roth.
Oh, the. Well, because I'm from New Jersey, we say the. In England, they say the.
Oh, God.
I guess. There's a reason why some people say the. I forget what it is, but I'm really not good with acronyms. I still don't know what you graduated with, PTSD. That's a great honor. Not that many people graduate with the PTSD.
And a bunch of honors too.
It's a great honor. I was honored with PTSD. So follow her on the Janet Roth, and you have got to go see the store. Yes. And if you go see the store, pick one of the nights. She's actually having a little soiree with her friends from Ukraine. See the way she went? Because you never know who you're gonna meet.
True.
And why don't you stop by and see her comedy show, especially when she's one of the guest appearances on the world famous Ding Dong Show.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
On the Ding Dong Show at the world famous comedy store in Los Angeles. We got to get going. Thank you so much for coming over. This has been so much fun. Remember, everybody, let's make America Italian again.
Yeah.
The motto is: you don't know nothing, you don't see nothing, you don't say nothing. Oh, we got to do a nice big shout out to my producer Tatiana Blue Shell.
Yeah, guten
for always.
Tag.
Wasn't that? What'd you say?
Guten Tag.
Oh, guten Tag. She speaks German.
Yeah.
Right, guten Tag. We thank her so much for always making sure that this show runs so smooth. She books all the guests. She takes care of it. You could write to her at MikeMarinoEntertainment@gmail.com, because maybe you would like to be a guest right here on Live from My Mother's Basement. We got to get going. You've been a great audience. We've been having a lot of fun. And now I'm going to say goodnight with my guests the way we do every single show. Don't take no shit from nobody. You ready?
Yeah.
We're going to say it together.
Okay.
Don't take no shit from nobody. Wow, you did that really good. No one's ever done. I believe her more than I believed myself. Bye, everybody. Hey, folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast Live from My Mother's Basement. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.